Today I'm going to show you one of the basic exercises we use in preparation for muscle up. It's not a strength exercise and a strength routine, nor it's a skill exercise. It's just a preparation for muscle up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the dips with the legs forward. Sort of like an L, but not exactly. What that does is instead of the regular dips where the arms come back here, transferring your legs forward forces your arms to come forward, putting more pressure on your triceps, and at the same time forcing more flexibility in your shoulders, which is a great preparation for a muscle up regardless if it's a bar or if it's the rings. Okay? So I'm going to show you the difference. So I'm going to hold my legs back and I'm going to hold my legs forward, and you will see how the hand travel forward and back. Ideally you would start with regular muscle up. Once you can go very deep, you might bring your knees up forward slightly. As you get stronger, you'll extend your legs so that your hands come forward, which will be much better for muscle up transfer from pull up to a dip. Okay. What I prefer to use for dips is something that I can adjust the distance. If I have 2 parallel bars that don't move, you can use that, but I prefer to bring my hands as narrow as possible. Okay, so this gives me an opportunity to move it. Okay, any distance that I like. The same thing would be with the rings or with the USA. Okay? So here I'm going to do a basic dip with my feet behind me and then one with the feet in front of me, and then I'll transfer and you'll see the difference. Okay? So this is a regular dip. Okay? Notice how far forward my shoulders are. Okay? Now I'm going to bring my feet in front. Okay, notice the hands will here and then they will here. Okay, this is putting, of course, a lot more pressure on the tricep. And when you're going to do a muscle up, tricep is a very, very important component, especially during the transfer. Okay, so here, look at what happens. I'm back here. Notice the hand travel forward and back. Okay? So you could do exactly the same thing on the rings. Once again, I prefer to keep my hands as close as possible, just enough to give my body the distance to be between my hands. Okay? Now, like I said, triceps is a very, very important transfer component for the muscle up, and for certain types of muscle up, it's a very important component, period. Okay? Very little to do with the biceps, and a lot to do with the triceps. One head and both of the heads, lateral and medial. Okay, so let's go to the rings. Alright, now we're going to do the same thing with the rings. Okay? What you're going to do at first, and most people don't do full dips. They don't come all the way down, which is okay if you're trying to build your chest, your triceps, your shoulders. But if you want to do the muscle up, you have to have full range of motion, because that transition is going to put you into a very, very low position. If you don't have strength and flexibility there, either you're not going to come up, or worse, you're going to get hurt. Okay? So first you will start with your regular dips, you know, probably about here. Okay? Develop the strength, but at the same time as you're developing the strength, work on your flexibility. Okay? Work on the flexibility. You can do it this way. You can grab a bar here, stretch this way. Okay? Work on the flexibility of your shoulders. Don't let this happen, by the way. Keep them back. Okay? So work on the flexibility of your shoulders. Triceps, okay, as far as elbow concerned, most people have that. It's not a problem. Strength may be a problem. If you never went into this range of motion here, that could be a problem. But flexibility is not a problem for the elbow. For the shoulder, usually it is. Okay? So keep developing strength and flexibility that way. If you get stronger, you'll come down lower. Okay? If you get stronger, you'll come down lower. Okay? Once again, don't let this happen. Okay, if you're getting lower, but your shoulders are doing this, putting your shoulder in danger, keep them back. Okay? Once you've done that, the next thing that you'll do, once you're comfortable going all the way down, you bring your knees up a little bit forward. Okay, like so, just a little bit. Okay. Once you get a little bit stronger than that, you bring your knees higher. Okay? And then once again, do that for a while. Don't do it so you can do it from the first shot. Meaning that you're trying to do it, you're developing strength, you're developing flexibility, you can't do it, and then one day you said, bam, I can do it with my knees up. Does that mean that, you know, a few days later you're already ready to keep your legs forward? No. Okay? At the same time, of course, you need the hamstring flexibility also. Once you're going to extend your legs, if you have no hamstring flexibility, you're going to get all the spasms over here, and all that is your hip flexors and your quads are fighting your hamstrings. Okay? So you need a little bit of flexibility for that. Once your legs are forward completely, come down as low as you can, come up. Okay? You can work on transferring that position also. Okay, which taxes your elbow and your tricep, just transferring back and forth. So you sort of come down here. Okay? So what's happening here is my arms are just moving forward and back. Okay? More pressure on tricep, less pressure on tricep. Okay? Once again, this is a preparatory exercise. It doesn't matter if you can do a muscle up on the bar, if you can't do it on the rings. It does not matter. You need full range of motion. Very often people say, well, I'm on the bar, so my arms don't come back there. Well, if you can do the dips with your arms back there, it'll be so much easier with your arms in front. Okay? You develop strength in deeper range of motion. The strength in a little bit lesser range of motion is going to be more controllable. Okay? Once again, this is not a skill progression. Don't take it as a skill progression. This is also not a strengthening exercise which in the book follows the strength progression. It's not those. It's just a preparatory exercise. Okay? Thank you for watching.